Oak Island. I thought I'd make a video on Oak Island. I have a right to talk about it. I've watched it for the last 8 years. I remember at my mom's a long time ago when I was like a teenager reading a Reader's Digest book about Oak Island, about the treasure and how these young boys went out to this island and they seen this big oak tree and they seen like a pulley and a rope and the depression in the ground underneath. They thought, hey, this could be a treasure down here. So they started digging. And they went down like a certain amount of feet. They found oak logs all laid in a row. Then they dug them up. They dug down another so many feet, I don't know what it was. They found another row of oak logs. And me as a young teenager, I thought, man, this is the greatest story ever. I thought, wow. So, but it's been going on for 8 years. So I have a right to complain. 128 episodes. It's been 220 years since the hunt began. The show started The Curse of Oak Island with the Lagina brothers, which they bought up most of the island. And they hooked up with History Channel, which the Laginas first started. They paid for everything mostly because the one brother was rich. But then I think the Discovery or History Channel, they're paying for everything pretty much. The show started in 2014. It's in Nova Scotia. It's an island off of there. Even Nova Scotia pays quite a bit, almost $2 million they paid 1 year to the show. When the island sold to the Laginas, they bought it for $7 million. Who pays for the digging on the Oak Island? Well, like I told you, I think it's a group. At first, it was mostly Marty Lagina and Craig Tester, his partner in his company. And then they have Oak Island tours where you can go tour around the island, so that helps. Then the big thing, I think, who's paying now is the History Channel. And then they have investors. None of this is talked about, and you can't even hardly research any of it. So there's many theories on what happened. I got the top 21 theories. One of them is, pirates, Captain Kidd theory. Other one's Sir Francis Drake. Another one is Cathar theory, that's a Christian sect. Another one, Marie Antoinette, hid her jewels there. Another one is Shakespeare. He hid his manuscripts there. Another one would be the South Shore theory with Sir Francis Bacon. Another one is the dual cipher theory about the 90-foot stone that they looked for, they said was there, and they've looked for it, but they haven't found it. And it has a dual cipher where, it says what's going on there. Then the money pit is just a decoy, is another theory. And the treasure is buried on the other side of the island. star map theory, because there's boulders on the island and it's supposed to be a star map, and I don't know. Fred Nolan theory that the Knights Templar were involved. Sunken ship theory, which I think holds some weight, because I'm thinking there's a sunken ship buried in the swamp. Some more theories are the Little Mash, which is a small island that I found out that Gary Clayton, the metal detector guy, he owns it close to the island, and it has a tunnel to Oak Island. Another one is Portuguese Templar. They had a friendship between the Europeans and the Mi'kmaq, which the Mi'kmaq were the tribe like Indians over there, and they find like symbols that match like the Knights Templar on rocks. Another one is the Havana theory, which in 1762 a British siege on Havana, and then they, of course, hid their treasure on Oak Island. Another one is Aztec gold. They rode their canoes up there or walked up there with all their treasure and buried it Christopher Columbus theory. He was connected to the Templars. He hid the Ark of the Covenant, and 10 Commandments down there. Another one is Knights Baronet. They're the Scottish Templars. Another one is Enochian Chamber, which, if you know Enoch, he buried underground. He has an underground chamber to save Earth's knowledge. And then there's this author that Rick likes, that her name's Zena Helpert. She has books and stuff on the voyage of the Knights Templar, and the Rochefoucauld family that's from France. She has ship's logs mentioning bearing treasure, and she has information about the founding fathers had help from the Rochefoucauld family. So that's the top 21 theories. There's so many different groups that's dug on that island that there's so many tunnels and pits, you don't know who dug who dug what. It's just riddled. And then the bedrock under Oak Island is made out of limestone and gypsum, which under natural processes, natural conditions, can have caves and sinkholes too. So you got all that combined. Now, I have the list of top 25 treasures found on Oak Island, which I really should have added wood, because the wood is like a big one. They're always finding wood, and this is ancient wood, or they have it dated, and this is a piece of the tunnel, or this grain goes this way, or it's axe cut, or it's just, well, that's one of them. Okay, here's the top 25. A jewel brooch, which the jewel was made out of glass, which They say that's pretty old because, I don't know, because it was made out of glass. The granite stone that was 90 foot down, carved with symbols, which they never did find. Coconut fibers, swages, which are these chunks of steel like a sledgehammer, but it has a groove in the top, and they use it to sharpen chisels. They're real old. They found 2 of those. It's for mining. Found a silver button, bone fragments way down deep in their tunnels, a hidden hatch on another side of the island, which, yeah, it was kind of there, but didn't go nowhere. Bone fragments. Oh, I already said that. Piece of chain. Ancient pottery. Ancient manuscript, because they dug this one hole before the laginas, and the drill bit came up and had this little piece of parchment on it. It had this like a cursive letter that, you know, like Shakespeare would write on there. So they equate that to ancient manuscripts. Leather bookbinding. They found a Roman sword, but that was found in the waters by Oak Island. They found Roman numerals on, they have like docks and piers they found underground that they dug up. And on these logs were Roman numerals written on there. Found ship spikes, steel spikes that they pound in to put boards together or whatever, beams together. Nolan's Cross, which is boulders on the island that form a cross. A ship's brace. Templar coin. Spanish silver ring. Templar cross, Spanish coin, crossbow bolt, like an arrow. At the encampment of Samuel Ball, they found coins, buttons, and a tunnel, which didn't go too far and wasn't too big. And we found like a keyhole, piece of like a steel plate with a keyhole that could have been from a treasure chest.